Where am I going? Okay, so let me tell you guys, this is gonna be the moment. This is the last turning point of my attachment to my Cafe 400. Hey, what's up YouTube's Agent here for Scooter Diary Manila. So how's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing well. It's hot, it's pretty hot, it's freaking hot. Freaking hot, yeah, freaking hot, that's what they always say. Where am I going? Okay, so let me tell you guys, this is gonna be the moment. This is the last turning point of my attachment to my Cafe 400.
You're gonna miss me by my hair, you're gonna miss me everywhere. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Why? Because I have sold it.
Are you joking?
Okay, I have sold it. Today I'm just gonna process the deed of sale. I'm creating the deed of sale for it. All the legal papers notarized, fully notarized, right? So that's what I'm gonna do, okay, and that's where I'm going, and hence that's gonna be the last glimpse of my Cafe 400. The buyer is pretty much satisfied with it. I posted it somewhere in OLX, right? So yes, there's a lot of inquiries, and yes, as I've mentioned previously in my post on my episode, yes, everyone else is like, I didn't post it in Facebook, so just to limit.
Whoops. That never usually happens.
Just to limit the people who are looking at it, and for me it's a fair price. I sold it with the amount that I wanted to, so it's all good. I think it's all fair. So now what I'm doing is I'm making all the documentations complete for the transfer, right? So yeah, thank you so much for the good buyer. I'm sure is also a subscriber, so thank you so much. You know who you are, so thank you so much for trusting me with the motorcycle, with all the information I have with it, right? So thank you, and yes, I would say enjoy the motorcycle, and yeah, as much as I enjoyed it. Okay, so later on I'm just gonna give a quick glimpse of the motorcycle in general before I completely turn it over to the buyer, right? So it's not a review thing, but yeah, what I've been through it for the past 12 months. Uwi ka na? Antipolo, sige. Sige. Ingat, Marge. Salamat. Alright, so yeah, as you may be aware of, that's a friend of mine, right? So he's here. Just bump up with him.
What do you think the chances are?
And I knew it was him from the looks of the motorcycle. So yeah, so as I was saying, okay, so let's see a quick glimpse of the Cafe 400 later on, and some inputs as well on what I like, what I don't like about it. Enjoy the rest of the video, and for now, yeah, I'll leave you guys.
Straight out, flat out, I want you to give me the honest answer.
Okay guys, so again, this is my last glimpse and review of this Cafe 400. Okay, so as you may be aware of, if you're following my vlog, I've been using this Cafe 400 for the past 13 months. Okay, so I bought it last year. hope you've seen my video. I hope you've seen my episode on that part. I took it from the dealer somewhere in Valenzuela. You know, first time that I ride a manual transmission motorcycle. I got no regret with it. I've been using it for the past 13 months, and so far I've got more than almost 3,000 kilometers running on it. My only complaint is that transmission. Don't quote me on it. I'm newbie to motorcycle. I don't have so much experience. So in terms of transmission, right, I got that problem finding neutral position. That's my challenge in this motorcycle. That's the thing. One thing that I really love about this is it's low to the ground. I'm 5'6", not a tall guy at all, but I can flat foot this Cafe400, especially with these two changes of tires. Then yeah, for the power 400cc, it has a lot of torque. I will be posting the specs of the torque. Perfect for a newbie rider. Okay, again, it's a Shinray motorcycle in China that created this one, and that's the same company that created the CB400 SS from Honda. For the brakes, it only has like one disc, which you can really expect from a classic looking motorcycle. I mean, that adds to the classic look. Okay, the rear is a drum brake. Again, I don't have so much comparison with other motorcycles out there on the same displacement category, so for me it's sufficient. The rear tires or the rear brakes are really prone to locking up. You know, for hard braking, yes, it locks. The front brake is also fine. It's not a very fast motorcycle. Front brakes is just sufficient for this motorcycle. The clusters and the switches are fine. It has all the necessary switches in place. Has a electric starter as well. Doesn't have a hazard, which I think is also necessary for a motorcycle. Okay, so lastly on the gauges, so it only has like speedometer and RPM, so it doesn't have any fuel gauge. For the signal light, for the headlight high beam, of course there's a neutral position there, and the fuel. The good thing, it has a fuel meter there. I mean, if it's almost empty, yes, it lights up. Okay, so again here, if you notice my transmission lever, it's heel and toe. That's actually for my own convenience. I switched to this one because number one, it saves my shoes. Second is, since I have difficulty in finding neutral, using my heel makes it easier to put that force in finding the neutral or the sweet spot between first gear and the second gear. All right, so 5-speed it is. Yes, 1 down, 4 up. Suspension, on the other hand, yes, it's adjustable. It has this a valve underneath it, so you can control or adjust the, I don't know, the air pressure, I guess. Right? So but there's no preload adjustment. They say it's pretty stiff, but yeah, for me it's fine. I mean, the front suspension, I find it more stiff. Ground clearance is also enough. I mean, it's not very high, but again, it's not very low as well, so you got no problem with the humps and so on. If you see my video, sometimes I go beyond some gutters like those, so it's not a big problem for me. Seat is comfortable, so it's all good. It's meant for 2 person. Even my wife has ridden on this one. It's really comfortable as well. It has a lot of power for at least 2 people riding it, right? So it's not gonna be a big deal if you have a passenger with you traveling for long travel, or maybe taking highways or even overtaking in those highways at highway speed, maybe 100 or 80. You got no problem with it. It has enough power to do it.